Are you ready for what's coming? Or are you about to be caught off guard like everyone else? Because if you think grocery store shortages are a thing of the past, you might want to brace yourself. Because next week, it's going to get worse. Much worse. Reports are already surfacing of supply chain disruptions, trucking delays, and extreme weather decimating key crops. And by the time you realize what's happening, the shelves will be stripped bare. Again. We've seen this before. Panic buying, skyrocketing prices, and people literally fighting over the last bag of rice. And if you don't prepare now, you'll be the one left scrambling. Here's the deal. The cost of living isn't just creeping up anymore. It's surging. Inflation is hitting food prices harder than ever, and supply chains are stretched so thin that one small disruption can set off a ripple effect of chaos. And it's happening now. Just look at recent headlines. Wheat harvests in major agricultural regions are under threat from droughts. Transportation strikes are crippling food distribution, and the cost of essential items has jumped 15%, sometimes more over the past year. The writing is on the wall, and those who ignore it will be left with empty carts and empty stomachs. So what can you do? You stock up before the rush starts. There are 8 critical grocery items you must grab right now before they disappear from store shelves or become unaffordable. These aren't just convenience items. These are the essentials that will keep your household running when everything else falls apart. Miss even one of them, and you could be in for a very rough time ahead. Let's get into it, starting with number 8, bottled water. Bottled water is arguably the most critical item to secure before any major shortage hits. Even though tap water might still be available, disruptions in municipal supplies or contamination concerns can arise without warning. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the average American uses approximately 82 gallons of water per day for drinking, cooking, and basic hygiene. While you certainly don't need 82 gallons of bottled water on standby, having a sufficient reserve can be a lifesaver, especially if panic buying clears store shelves. Experts recommend at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 3 days, but many seasoned preppers suggest stocking enough to last at least 2 weeks. The beauty of bottled water is its simplicity. No need to filter, boil, or treat it before drinking. Additionally, sealed bottled water can last for years, especially when stored in a cool, dark place away from direct sunlight. During times of crisis, dehydration becomes a serious risk if you can't access clean water, so it's wise to grab more than you think you'll need. Beyond just drinking, bottled water can also be used for washing utensils, brushing teeth, and even basic food preparation if tap water becomes compromised. And let's not forget that water is one of the first things people hoard when uncertainty strikes, which means it disappears from store shelves at lightning speed. Don't be caught off guard. By prioritizing bottled water now, you protect your family's well-being and gain peace of mind. Even if shortages don't materialize, you'll have a practical supply that never truly goes to waste, since water is essential year-round. Consider that in extreme emergencies, agencies like FEMA suggest keeping water purification tablets on hand as a backup measure. But having bottled water immediately available is undeniably more convenient and reliable. 7. Canned meats. You may think fresh meat is all you need, but canned meats are an absolute game-changer when shortages loom on the horizon. Unlike fresh cuts that require refrigeration and can spoil quickly, canned meats like chicken, tuna, and beef can last for years without losing much of their nutritional value. This longevity makes them indispensable when store shelves are picked clean, or when rolling blackouts threaten your refrigerator's functionality. In fact, the U.S. Department of Agriculture notes that properly stored canned meats can remain at top quality for 2 to 5 years, though many anecdotal reports suggest they can be safe even beyond that time frame. The key is their high-heat canning process, which eradicates harmful bacteria and locks in the protein content. Not only do these cans offer convenience and a significant shelf life, but they're also versatile enough to incorporate into countless dishes. Think hearty casseroles, protein-packed salads, or quick tacos. When everyone else is scrambling for the last packs of ground beef, you'll be sitting comfortably at home, stirring up a satisfying meal from your well-stocked pantry. Another underrated aspect is portion control. With canned meats, you can open exactly what you need without worrying about the rest going to waste. And if you're trying to watch your sodium intake, you can find reduced salt versions that are still a far better option than having no protein at all. When times get tough, protein becomes an even more crucial part of your diet to maintain strength and immune function. So do yourself a favor and load up on canned meats now. Sure, they might not replicate the taste of a farm-fresh steak, but in a crisis, resilience and practicality will always outshine culinary perfection. Remember, a 6-ounce can of tuna can contain 40 grams of protein. True nutritional power indeed. 6. Frozen fruits and vegetables. Frozen fruits and vegetables might be the unsung heroes of your freezer aisle, especially when fresh produce becomes scarce or prohibitively expensive. These items are typically flash frozen at peak ripeness, locking in nutrients that rival or even surpass those of their fresh counterparts. In a crisis, maintaining a balanced diet is challenging, which is precisely why frozen produce matters so much. The Journal of Food Composition and Analysis has published studies showing that frozen fruits and vegetables can retain comparable vitamin and mineral levels for up to a year when stored properly. This means you can stock your freezer without worrying about rapid spoilage, giving you a convenient stash of antioxidants, fiber, and essential vitamins. Frozen broccoli florets, spinach, or mixed vegetables can quickly transform into a hearty stir-fry, a nourishing soup, or a tasty casserole, all without the hassle of chopping and cleaning. Meanwhile, frozen berries or fruit blends can be tossed into smoothies, baked into pies, or even eaten as a sweet, icy snack. Unlike canned produce, frozen fruits and vegetables often contain fewer added salts or sugars, making them a healthier option. Another major plus is the extended shelf life, which lets you ride out supply disruptions or price spikes with ease. In a shortage scenario, fresh fruits and vegetables usually fly off the shelves first, but the freezer section can remain a goldmine for those who plan ahead. Just remember to keep an eye on your freezer space. A well-organized system will help you maximize storage capacity. Plus, if you're dealing with intermittent power outages, opening your freezer too often can compromise your supply. Overall, stocking up on frozen fruits and vegetables is both budget-friendly and nutritionally smart, ensuring you won't be forced to survive on bland, shelf-stable options alone when the going gets tough. 5. Cooking oils and fats. Cooking oils and fats may not top your list of emergency essentials, but they are a hidden backbone of almost every meal you'll cook at home. Think about it. Whether you're frying eggs, sautéing vegetables, or baking bread, you rely on some kind of oil, butter, or shortening. When shortages strike, these products can vanish at alarming rates, often leaving shelves bare and prices skyrocketing. A study in the Journal of Food Products Marketing revealed that pantry staples like cooking oils experienced an average price increase of 15% during past supply chain disruptions, underscoring their vulnerability to market volatility. Stashing extra bottles of olive oil, canola oil, or coconut oil ensures you won't be forced to overhaul your usual cooking methods under stressful conditions. Plus, fat is essential for energy. A single tablespoon of oil provides about 120 calories, making it a dense source of fuel when you need it most. Store your oils in a cool, dark place to preserve flavor and prevent rancidity. Some refined oils can last up to 2 years when unopened, offering decent long-term viability. If you're a fan of butter, consider clarifying it into ghee or purchasing shelf-stable ghee, which can last several months without refrigeration. Shortening and lard also store well, sometimes outliving cooking oils in terms of shelf life. Keep in mind that these products can get heavy, so plan your storage space accordingly, especially if you're buying in bulk. Having a variety of cooking fats also lets you adapt recipes more freely. For instance, coconut oil works great in baked goods, while canola oil is a versatile, neutral-flavored option for everyday meals. In a true pinch, your stockpile of cooking fats can be a game-changer, ensuring that even the simplest ingredients turn into satisfying, calorie-dense meals. Invest now, you'll be forever thankful. 4. Powdered milk and dairy. Powdered milk and shelf-stable dairy alternatives might not be the first thing you crave, but they'll become indispensable when fresh milk runs out or skyrockets in price. Powdered milk, for instance, has a surprisingly long shelf life, lasting a year or more if stored properly. It also provides essential nutrients like protein, calcium, and vitamin D, which can be harder to come by when grocery options dwindle. According to the National Dairy Council, an average cup of reconstituted powdered milk can deliver nearly the same nutrient profile as fresh milk, making it a solid backup plan for cereal, baking, or even your morning coffee. As for dairy alternatives, options like almond milk, oat milk, and soy milk frequently come in cartons that can sit unopened in your pantry for months without spoiling. If you're lactose intolerant or simply prefer a non-dairy lifestyle, these alternatives ensure you don't miss out on vital nutrients or that comforting splash of milk in your favorite recipes. Once opened, most require refrigeration, but their extended pre-opening shelf life can be a game-changer during times of scarcity. Another hidden perk is portability. Powdered milk is lightweight, and shelf-stable cartons are easier to transport in case you need to relocate during an emergency. Whether you choose powdered dairy or plant-based alternatives, be mindful of flavor profiles. Some powdered milks taste slightly different, but you can mask the difference by adding a sweetener or using it in cooking. Meanwhile, almond or coconut milk can lend a unique twist to your dishes. You don't want to be scrambling for a milk substitute when the shelves are empty. By stocking powdered milk and a few dairy-free options, you'll keep your meal rotation steady, ensuring that even in lean times your coffee, cereal, and baked goods remain as comforting as ever. 3. Dried beans and lentils. Dried beans and lentils might not have the glamour of gourmet ingredients, but they are workhorses when it comes to nutrition, shelf life, and versatility. These humble legumes can last for years if kept in airtight containers in a cool, dry place, making them indispensable in times of scarcity. The USDA notes that dried beans are not only rich in protein, ranging from 15 to 18 grams per cooked cup, but also loaded with fiber, iron, and essential vitamins. If you're worried about flavor fatigue, don't be. There's a wide variety to choose from. Black beans, pinto beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, and lentils in every color of the rainbow. Each type brings its own unique taste and texture profile, so you can rotate them to keep your meals interesting. Plus, cooking dried beans from scratch can be surprisingly simple with a slow cooker or pressure cooker. Soaking them overnight can cut down on cooking time and even improve digestibility, though quick soak methods work in a pinch. Whether you're whipping up chili, stews, or homemade hummus, dried beans and lentils serve as affordable building blocks for countless recipes. During previous shortages, sales of these items skyrocketed, indicating that many people finally recognize their value. Don't wait until they're all gone to add them to your cart. Another advantage is how cost-effective they are. A single 1-pound bag of dried beans can yield multiple meals, stretching your dollar further than most grocery items. And if you find yourself missing variety, remember, you can spice them up any way you like. Add curry powder for an Indian twist, toss in some cumin for a Tex-Mex vibe, or garnish with fresh herbs when they're available. Ultimately, dried beans and lentils are the cornerstone of a pantry built to withstand tough times without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. 2. Peanut butter and other nut butters. Peanut butter and other nut butters may seem simple, but they offer a potent combination of nutrition, convenience, and shelf life that makes them indispensable in a crisis scenario. A single 2-tablespoon serving of peanut butter can provide around 8 grams of protein, healthy fats, and a range of vitamins and minerals, all in a compact form that doesn't require refrigeration until opened. Almond butter, cashew butter, and even sunflower seed butter are great alternatives if you're looking to diversify your pantry or cater to different dietary needs. Research published in Nutrients confirms that nut butters can be linked to better heart health and weight management, making them more than just a tasty snack. They're also incredibly versatile. Spread them on crackers, add them to smoothies, or use them as a baking ingredient to boost flavor and nutrition. The sealed jars can last up to a year or more in a cool, dry place, ensuring you have a reliable protein source when meat or dairy products become scarce. During previous disruptions, peanut butter was among the first items to fly off the shelves, proving its status as a pantry essential. One of the best things about nut butters is their ability to provide quick energy. They're calorie-dense, which can be a lifesaver if you're dealing with rationing or limited cooking options. If you're concerned about sugar or sodium content, many brands now offer low-sugar or unsalted varieties. Don't underestimate the morale boost of comfort foods during stressful times. A simple peanut butter sandwich can feel like a moment of normalcy amid chaos. To avoid running out, consider buying a couple of extra jars each trip. In a shortage, peanut butter and other nut butters might just become your go-to staples for taste, convenience, and essential nutrients. 1. Rice and pasta. Rice and pasta are the ultimate bulk buy champions that can single-handedly sustain you through a shortage. Their affordability, versatility, and long shelf lives make them indispensable for any well-prepared pantry. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition underscores how whole-grain rice and whole wheat pasta can provide essential nutrients like fiber, magnesium, and B vitamins, all crucial when fresh produce and meats are harder to come by. Even if you opt for white rice or traditional pasta, you're still getting a calorie-dense base that can be easily combined with canned meats, frozen vegetables, or sauces to create hearty meals. Stored properly in airtight containers, rice can last upwards of 2 years, while dried pasta maintains quality for around the same time frame. In fact, many people use oxygen absorbers in food-grade buckets to extend shelf life even further. When store shelves start looking bare, these products are often the first to go, as everyone recognizes their value in stretching limited resources. A single 1-pound bag of pasta can feed multiple people in a pinch, and a 20-pound bag of rice can sustain a small family for weeks. Beyond just boiling them plainly, you can jazz up rice with spices, turn it into fried rice with leftover odds and ends, or transform plain noodles into a savory casserole. During past crises, some regions saw rice and pasta aisles wiped out faster than almost any other staple, illustrating how crucial they are to household meal planning. By stocking up on different types like brown rice or whole grain pasta, you'll add variety and a nutritional boost to your emergency menu. Don't wait until everyone else is filling their carts with the last bags. If you secure rice and pasta in advance, you'll have an incredibly resilient foundation for delicious, budget-friendly meals no matter what shortages arise. There you have it, 8 essential grocery products you must grab before it's too late. If you wait until next week, you might be staring at empty shelves, skyrocketing prices, or worse. Completely out of options. Don't gamble on luck. Stock up now while you still can. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and share it with anyone who needs to hear this. Drop a comment below and let me know what shortages you've already seen in your area. And if you're serious about staying ahead of the chaos, make sure you're subscribed, because trust me, this isn't the last time we'll see food shortages, and I'll be here to keep you informed. Stay prepared, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.